Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today my name is Heath, and today's video is the beginning of a brand new series about my life, some stories from my life, from my childhood and things like that. I put a poll up on the YouTube channel, and the question that asked was, would you like to hear some stories about my life? And the overwhelming response was yes, you would like to hear some stories from me growing up, my childhood, things like that. So that's what this entire series is going to be all about my life, stories from my childhood, things like that. As we advance into this series, forewarn, please be, do not try these things at home because they can be very dangerous. Some of the things I've done as a kid. So please don't try a lot of this stuff at home, as I said. But anyway, guys, don't forget I stream on Twitch. Link is in the description below to my Twitch channel. Also links to my Discord. Any of my social media stuff is down there also. If you would love to throw me a follow on any of it, come hang out in my Discord. Hang out on Twitch. Would love to have you. But anyway, guys, let's jump into the video and find some things out about me, and hope you enjoy these videos. All right, guys. Well, I guess the simplest thing would be is to start at the beginning. I was born in a small county called Marlboro County. I grew up the first 4 years of my life in a small town called Clio, which is just a really small town, little teeny town in South Carolina. But growing up there, my mom told me some interesting stories, some things I did as a child, and I remember some of these things like briefly. But bunch of them I don't remember. But this is one of the ones I do remember as a kid, little bits and pieces of it anyway. But my mom told me everything that happened as a result. But anyway, my dad had been outside painting one day, and he'd been painting a little small barn we had outside. And my dad raised hunting dogs as a kid and stuff like that, so he'd been out there painting dog pens and things like that. And I saw him with a paint can, and I saw him, painting and all that. I was like, holy cow! I thought to myself, holy cow, this is gonna be fun. So he put the paint up and he put it in a little barn. Well, apparently the next morning, my mom said I got up before everybody else in the house did. My sister was still asleep. My sister was about 4 years older than me, so she was about 7. I was about 3. And I got up and went outside and managed to get into the barn, get the paint can out. Find a screwdriver and pry the lid off the paint can. And I proceeded to begin my painting and my artistic skills, let me say that. So here's what I painted. I had a little toy thing called a power cat, basically like a front end loader. It was yellow. Well, when I finished with it, it was a nice lovely shade of brick paint, kind of a brick red paint. I painted it. I painted a Coca-Cola bottle. And I proceeded to paint the bricks on the house as well. And we had a cement porch back then. And my mom said I sat down on the porch and painted a circle completely around me in nice, lovely brick red color. Well, my sister woke up. And rather than my sister going to wake my mom up to let her know what was happening and what I had done, she ran across the cotton field that was next to our house to the neighbor's house and got her little friend to come help her, and they proceeded to try and clean up all the paint off of me and off of everything else. Well, when my mom woke up, here I am in the kitchen, covered in paint. There is now diluted paint all over the countertops, all over the kitchen, all over the dishes in the sink, all over everything. Yeah, so painting story right there. Be sure, guys, if you have kids, don't let them get into the paint, because right there, I mean, my mom said I had paint everywhere. It was literally all over the kitchen and all over the outside of the house. So yeah, keep your eye on your kids, guys. Keep an eye on your kids. And if you have they have siblings, make sure they go and tell their parents. Instruct them very quickly to tell their parents. Another quick little story from my childhood as well. Again, we still live in Clio. I was about 3 years old. My mom said one morning, I was in the kitchen with her, and she was doing some things in the kitchen, And apparently I'd gotten mad at her about something because she wouldn't let me do something. So she had turned around and went into the bedroom and went back into her bedroom and left me in the kitchen for just a couple of minutes. I mean, just a matter of minutes, maybe three to 5 minutes at the most. Well, when she came back, I was no longer in the kitchen. I was outside, and I had gotten on my tricycle. I realized now I'm 3 years old. I got on my tricycle and I was riding down the middle of the street on my tricycle. I was going to run away because for whatever reason, my mom had made me angry or whatever it was, but I took it upon myself. I was getting out of town. I was leaving. And my mom run out of the house, and here I am riding down the middle of the street on my tricycle. So, yeah, like I said, I was a pretty rambunctious little kid. So, yeah, if any of you guys, like I said, if any of you guys have kids, please watch them closely. If they're anything like me, they were literally hell on wheels, I guess you could say. I'm going to think of one other story I can think from my childhood that you might find of interest. Just some little minor things here and there. We had a big painting in my living room in our house. And my mom, my mom had walked into the bedroom, came back out, and here I am swinging on the picture like a monkey. Just hanging on both sides of it, just swinging back and forth. So, yeah. Like I said, rambunctious kid. I did a lot of crazy little things as a kid. But let me think of one other story for you guys today, and we're going to try and keep these videos relatively short, less than 10 minutes at least. All right, one last story for you guys. I remember this one. Like I said, as I was a little kid, I started walking early. I was about 8 months old when I first started walking. And my mom said I liked to climb, which I remember climbing a lot as a kid. She said she came in there, she had went to the bathroom one day and left me in the kitchen. And somehow or another, I had pulled a chair from the kitchen table, pushed it up against the refrigerator, climbed onto the chair, climbed up onto the countertop, and the refrigerator was standing next to the countertop. And the refrigerators back then, or even now, the top handle, you could grab it with, with your hand. Well, somehow or another, I had managed to get my foot into the handle, get my toes into the handle, and climb on top of the refrigerator. Now I realize I am still same time frame, same age, about 3 years old. So I climbed on top of the refrigerator because my dad kept his hats up there. And here my mom comes back from going to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on top of the refrigerator putting on my dad's hats. So yeah, a little bit of a climber there, boys. A little bit of a climber there. I don't know if you have any stories like this, but I would kind of like to hear them as well. One other little climbing story for you guys. Like I said in the earlier part of this video, my dad raised hunting dogs, and he had dog pens outside. And of course, they were, fairly large kennels with roofs on them and things like that. Probably about 8 foot tall, I guess. Well, one day I went out there and climbed up the back of the dog box, the back of the dog boxes, and I was on the roof of the dog pens. And there was a, and I was, just walking across the roof of the dog pens, doing my thing, having my fun, and I happened to look down, and in the trough behind the dog pens, there was a big rat, a big giant rat. He was probably about a foot long or more, a foot and a half long. And I proceeded to jump down off of the dog pens and run into the house. Hey, there's a big rat out there. There's a big rat out there. But apparently, I like to climb. Like I said, I love to climb back then. Even up into and I'll tell you some stories later on too about some of the things I did climbing as well. As I got older, because the climbing thing proceeded into my early childhood as well. But that's a different story for a different day. So we'll leave it for that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy these kind of little stories. These videos right here won't be very, very long at all. Trying to keep them relatively short, so you guys don't lose attention. But we'll work our way up through my ages and some of the crazy things I did as a child. But I hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, like the videos, subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But anyway, guys, that wraps it up for now. And that ends part 1, I guess, of childhood stories, I guess, guys. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, and look forward to seeing you soon.